Good morning. Good morning. Let me put this on Do Not Disturb. There we go. Do Not Disturb. All right. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Thomas Trahan. I will be your host for the next few minutes. Yes, my name is really Scott. Thank you to everybody who showed up Friday and last night for the performance. There's one more today and the next weekend too. It's been a lot of fun and a surprise, the reaction that it's gotten. So thank you all for being here. I believe there's a baseball game going on or something later on today.
Three-strike hero.
Yeah. Somebody's going to go kick a home run, and there's some singer who's going to do something, and I don't know. And she's got a boyfriend, and I don't follow that. Anyway, welcome to the.
Be doing a play during the middle.
I'm doing a play during it. Yes. I am doing a play, which is having trouble selling tickets today because there is this football game going on. But what was that? It's a volleyball game. Is that what it is? Okay. All right. And the rest of the world, they would not call it football, would they? Not this, at least. Okay. So let's get ourselves centered. We always start out by honoring the land on which we are located. The Eureka Center for Spiritual Living acknowledges that the land on which we gather is the ancestral territory of the Wiyot peoples. This territory extends to the communities through most of Humboldt County, and we honor the Wiyot peoples today. Oh, that's right, I have control of this. Okay, let's move forward. We're going to read this together as we start our service, and I thought I like to change the bottom just so we have some variety, and in light of the fact that this is all about love, and the month is all about love, and there will be people renewing their vows today. We'll read the top part together, and then you'll turn to somebody and say, "You are surrounded in love." I think that's a nice thing to say any day. You can walk down the street and say that to people. You can go into the grocery store, and when you come up to the clerk, you can say, "You are surrounded by love." And then watch as she kind of feels a little creeped out and backs up a little bit. But here it's going to work.
Get arrested for sexual harassment or something.
Well, that's a nice way to start our service, isn't it? All right. Together we all say, "We are a welcoming community where the vibration of love lifts us, the wisdom of the ages inspires us, and the science of mind teaching empowers us." And turn to somebody and say, "You are surrounded by love." Thank you. All right, our schedule for the week is on the screen. Oh, hi, Zoomers. I forgot to say hello to the Zoomers. Good morning, Zoomers. Our schedule for the week is on the screen. You can see everything that's going on. We'll go into a little bit more detail as we move forward. And with that in mind, let's move forward. Mental equivalence. A class being taught by Reverend Angelica, 5 classes. It's starting this Tuesday instead of last Tuesday, and it's on Zoom only. It is not going to be here at the center. So if you are interested, it's $200. That includes a certificate. This is a, what do you call it? Not an accredited. I was going to say authorized. Accredited class. If you have interest in becoming a practitioner or moving on, this class applies to that. If you don't have interest in doing that, it's still a good class to attend. And the mental equivalence, as a brief summary, is you demonstrate, you manifest only to the level that you can picture it. So how do you increase how well you picture things to get a better manifestation for yourself? And that's what the class will basically involve. If you're interested, please see Reverend Angelica. That's a subtle sign. In case you didn't notice, it's canceled for now. We're going to rework that. We need to have about 10 people, and I think I'm going to move it onto Zoom. And there's just so much going on, and the interest level on it was about 4. I don't want to be standing up here being like a carnival huckster. You got to get your class so you don't get close to God. That's not how it works. So we're going to revamp it, put it online, and we'll come back with more information about that later. Not being canceled with a big blue banner on the top is Louise's class. And Louise has been doing these artistic classes for years for us. This one will be next Saturday, and
I'd like to add.
and please add.
Okay. Well, that's part of it. I know I've already talked about this class, and I've had some people approach me and they say, well, I don't think I can afford it. That part I did not tell you about. I have been doing this for years. I was doing it on Zoom, and I am a local artist. I show around town and whatever. If you want to take this class, it is by love offering only. No one is going to look in the bowl to see if you put in $50, $20, 25 cents, or nothing. Seriously, if you want to take the class, just come. Even to the point where I am now have something I call my share box. So I make sure to have some of the supplies. I have plenty of red, yellow, and blue pencils, because that's what we're doing. We're making colors with all those three primary colors. I will have paper, so you don't really need to bring anything. Just bring yourself. I really want everyone who is interested to come and not feel that they are obligated to have to pay or go out and buy stuff that maybe they can't afford. So this is for everyone, and thank you.
Thank you, Louise. The question was, can you take something out of the box?
Change for your 100.
All right, my next step will be next week, next Wednesday, a monthly session with Reverend Angelica on Zoom. Basically, whatever you want to talk about, Angelica pulls a card, a topic of information, and everybody gets to share. Did you wish to add anything to that?
No.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it last time.
Okay.
Me too.
Good. Lots of people really enjoyed it. Clever discussion. Yes, Mark.
So if it's on Zoom, where do you get the cards from?
I pull the cards.
And where do you get them from, though?
The cards are a deck of cards, or a set of cards that I've had probably for 40 years. They were written by a minister named Reverend A, and they're all about what to do next. And I've used them forever. They always seem appropriate. In fact, last month, I pulled the card in the afternoon thinking, oh, well, this is the one we'll do. And I thought, nah, it's about forgiveness. I don't want to do that.
These Zoomers are missing all of this if you wanted to come up here.
The thing is, though, is that we all gathered together. I pulled the card down. It wasn't the same card. So the universe puts out the theme of
A couple of years ago, Marianne and I bought a deck similar to that. It was like a tarot deck thing. And we decided every night we'd pull out a card, and so Marianne pulls out a card, and it was like really appropriate. And we go, oh, that's really cool. She goes, why don't you do it? I go, all right, I do it. So we shuffle it all up. I pull out a card, exact same card. And we go, no, this wasn't shuffled well enough. You know, we'll do it again. We reshuffled it again, pulled out the card, same card. And we just decided, no, there's something going on here. That is just a message. So that is my next step, or your next step, or our next step on the 21st with Angelica, Reverend Angelica on Zoom. Intention Fest 2. This time it's personal, is now coming. That will be in March. It'll be a potluck, intention setting, a talent show. More information to come. Is that going to be under you?
Well, yeah, it's a talent showcase.
Okay. Edward will be leading the talent showcase. All right. So that's going to be Saturday, March 28th.
Oh, Scott.
Yes.
You tell them, I will have a sign-up sheet, and like anybody who wants to participate in the talent portion is welcome. They can also invite their friends or family or whoever may have some kind of talent, and that includes any talent.
I love how you're telling me that I should tell them when they're all sitting right here and you're telling them. Basically, For the Zoomers who didn't hear that, there will be a sign-up sheet and there will be all kinds of talent. And Edward was telling me to tell everybody as he was telling everybody. Yes, Bree.
I show that March 28th is a Thursday.
Is that Saturday?
I don't know, I know March. There's no Saturday, the 28th in March.
No, it's the 23rd.
It's the 23rd.
Sorry about that, my fingers must have.
So the first thing we are doing at this event is manifesting a new calendar. We are going to move time and space.
Did you hear?
What?
It's the day before Edward's birthday.
Is that the day before? Which one? The 28th, the 23rd?
My birthday is the 24th, but the
So this will be on the 23rd, day before Edward's birthday. Okay. Where he will be turning 39 for the 35th time, I think it is. Better Together. Oh, thank you. That's a nice little slide to see. The Better Together group is our social group. Once a month they get together and they're better that way. They go out to some sort of event that is coordinated by Rose. I don't see Rose here right now. Last Friday night they came to the play Potato Gumbo. And I'm very appreciative. Great first audience, sure better than the audience we had last night. Sorry. No, it was the second act of the audience last night. After they had some drinks, they were wild. But no, thank you all for being there. That first night, when the Center for Spiritual Living goes to a place, it's a party. I mean, it's just wild. You can feel the energy. So, and thank you for both nights. It's just a lot of fun so far. Let's see, what do we have next? We have the membership form, which is on the side table. We are still looking if you would like to be a member. There's no real obligation short of filling out the form and being involved in the center. There we go. The lovely and talented James is showing us all the form. Okay. Please fill that out. Our bookstore is available. All books with heart in the title or a picture of a heart, except Reverend Angelica's, or the used books, are 25% off. Those are, of course, in the other room. If you need help, just ask for somebody and we'll get somebody to help you out. Our little pantry needs to be fed. We use non-perishable foods, preferably with pop-top cans, but whatever you can provide. I do find it funny. I'm looking at the pantry. Somebody's donated a lot of condiments. Which is, that's a nice thing, but it probably has to go with something. Yeah, I know. I went to the little pantry outside the Center for Spiritual Living. I got 37 packets of ketchup.
It's a fruit.
It's a fruit, that's right. The 80s, okay. And finally, our theme for this month, All You Need Is Love. It reminded me when I designed it of the Beatles song, of course, and that took me back into the 60s and 70s, and hence the way the theme came out. Excuse me? Peter Max. Yeah, I actually did kind of a search for a Peter Max thing too, and this is what I was able to come up with, was a compilation of all of these. Okay, as we move forward, we're going to go into the moment of peace, which I will read to you. Because this is Black History Month. Oh, yes, Burl.
I hope everybody noticed the beautiful parking lot.
Yes. Is that Brian? Brian and Donna. Yeah. Our parking lot has had a facelift, like many of us.
Except we erased the lines.
Yes, except we erase our lines. That's right. There we had them. Okay, the moment of peace is what we are now calling the contemplative meditation. And in order to manifest more peace in our world, which we, oh my Lord, so need, the topics will be about peace in some way. This happens to be Black History Month. And Angelica requested, as she sent it out to the practitioners, to find an author who is African American or Black. I went with Tracy Brown. And if you don't know who Tracy Brown is, just a little bit from her bio. She's an accomplished speaker, author. I had the pleasure of getting to know her, I didn't even know she was part of this philosophy at that time. She's an accomplished speaker, author, and a consultant. She's also the founder and moderator of a public Facebook group that, along with a corresponding book, journal, and TEDx talk, challenges people to answer the question, What is mine to do to interrupt and end race-based hatred and violence? She's a former chair of the Centers for Spiritual Living Leadership Council, a recipient of the Ernest Holmes Award, and she has received an honorary doctorate. And I wanted to speak a little bit about diversity. And I found something, because diversity is a precursor to peace. We cannot have peace unless we accept the wide, wonderful diversity of which we are. So with that in mind, from her book, Stained Glass Spirit, I will read this short passage. There'll be a minute of silence, and Jackson will play a little bit of music, and then I will do a spiritual mind treatment at the end. Diversity is important to us because our mission is to help all humanity experience their spiritual magnificence, not just people who look, act, or think like me. Diversity is important to us because God made people of all kinds, and we want to worship with all God's people. Diversity is important to us because every one of us grows when we meet and build relationships with people who have different experiences than our own. Diversity is important to us because we realize when we study, practice, and worship with people who are different from us, we actually get to see and understand more ways that God expresses in the world.
I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
And I know, speaking in the first person, that I am grateful for accepting and understanding the knowledge that there is only one. And although there is only one energy, it expresses itself in such a wide multitude of diversity, of different colors, of different ages, of different sizes, of different genders, of different preferences, of knowledge, of insights, of skills, of talents. It expands into an infinite level, and there is no limit to the diversity that this one is. And there is no oxymoron in that statement. And knowing that there is only one expressing itself in so many ways beyond the ability to count, I feel absorbed in the love of all of this variety and know that it comes through me, through all of us, and makes for a stronger, more beautiful tapestry of this world and this universe. And I release these words into the law of mind, knowing that they have already been so, and embracing the knowledge that that is the case, and I am again grateful and say, and so it is.
I am so blessed, I am so blessed. I am so blessed.
Thank you, Jackson. And now, welcome to the platform, Reverend Angelica, with her talk for the week.
Good morning. So this month is all about love. And as I looked at the title I picked for this morning, I thought, living in love is how transformation begins. Choosing to live in love is how transformation begins. Believing that you have the choice to live in love is how transformation begins. And so I want everyone to allow themselves to recognize that there's really only one true emotion, and that is love, the energy of love. I mean, in the Bible and in other traditions, it says God is love. And if God is absolutely all there is, or the divine energy is all that there is, then love is all that there is. So there's really only one true emotion. Yet we tend to take that idea of love, actually we don't even think of it as love, but we tend to take the ideas of emotions and we break them into segments. So there's joy, there's sadness, there's anger, there's fear, etc. Right? But what if we started looking at all these different emotions that we've named as just various aspects of love? Why do most of us get angry? Usually because something we love we think is getting hurt. Whether it be our country, our family members, whatever. So it's actually from love, right? I had to really work with that one last night as I was thinking about the different emotions that we have. I'm thinking, no, there's love, and the antithesis of that is anger. But that's not true. Anger's because we're usually trying to protect something, either ourselves or something else. So it's really part of love. So we want to stop looking at them as separate entities or separate experiences. Let's look at them as shades of love. And remember that each one of them has its own unique message that we're either giving out or taking in. And it also allows us, if we start looking at all of our emotions as variations of love, it gives us the opportunity to really appreciate ourselves and really appreciate others. When we live in love, transformation begins. And I keep thinking about this idea of beginning. And there is never a point where you're not beginning. Think about that for a minute. You wake up in the morning, you're beginning a brand new day. You see your beloved over coffee, and you're beginning a brand new aspect of your relationship. Now, mine happens to be with cats, but my one cat, Curly, he's so adapted to being a house cat and a feral cat at the same time. But he expresses love all the time. I mean, recently he started sleeping on the pillow that's next to mine. Oh. And it's like, oh, wow. And I'll wake up and I'll reach out and I'll pet him, and all of a sudden he has this big rumbling purr. Oh. And purring is love, to me. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. So what I know is that with each beginning, the world begins to seem brighter. It begins to feel friendlier. It begins to be a place where we really want to experience the wholeness of life instead of just a part of it. And so I thought that since today we are going to have some renewals, I thought I would look at what intentions we have in stepping fully into living in love and letting that transformation to begin in, through, and as us. So my first thing, or these are things that I looked at as far as components of loving. So part of being in any relationship is trust. If you don't have trust, you might as well not be in that relationship. Think about that for a moment. In fact, when I was looking up various different words that I had picked, one of the things I found was that the relationship experts claim that trust is the most important value of every successful relationship, whether it be between partners, whether it be between friends, bosses, anything. You have to trust. Now for me, being on the path that I'm on, I had to ask myself, how much do I really trust the divine? How much? Well, I had an experience yesterday, that showed me that I could really trust it even more than I thought I could. I had a eye exam about, 3 months ago or whatever. And my eye doctor said that the pressure in my left eye was really high. But he was going to give me 9 weeks, come back in 9 weeks, and, we'll check it again. And, everything will probably be fine. And I went back in 9 weeks, and it was higher. And then the conversation about glaucoma and various different things came up. And I read all the time. I'm one that goes, I'm not just driving down the street or walking down the street. I'm looking at everything, appreciating all the beauty and everything that there is to see. I went through this whole thing about, oh my God, what if I go blind? What will I do? Not being able to read, well, I also listened to books, so thank God for audiobooks. So I could find things that could, it would work, but still the whole idea of not being able to see people's faces, was just terrifying. I mean, absolutely terrifying. So I wrote the practitioners, and I said to them, this is what I need. I wrote we have on Thursday nights, you probably see on the calendar, a group called Welcome Wellness. Now, anybody is invited to come to this group if you want. It's on Zoom. What we do is we basically share things that have been going on and our intentions for the week, for the next week. And then we all pray for each other. I do a basic prayer at the end of it, but then during the week, we're committed to praying for each other. So I told the Welcome Wellness group about it. I had my appointment yesterday, and I was so nervous. I drove into the driveway of Dr. Mitsugushi's office thinking, I don't even want to go in there. And I went in, and one of his assistants took me in and did the eye pressure thing, and I'm just sort of sitting there, and he's writing things down, and I'm saying, well? I said, did it go up? And he said, nope, it went down. And I went into Dr. Mitsugushi's office, and he's like, oh my God, it's dropped 43%. That's what I felt too. I even went, oh my God! Or, oh, thank God is what I said. And then I said to him, so I've been doing this intermittent fasting thing and no sugar and stuff like that. And I said, so would that have anything to do with it? And he said, no, your diet doesn't have anything to do with your eyes. Which I don't really believe, but because, how can you take in nutrients and not affect every part of your body? But anyway, I said to him, so it's got to be prayer then. And he sort of looks at me. And I said, well, you know, I'm a minister. I got people praying for me. And he goes, keep it up. Trust. Do you trust the universe to do what you're asking? Remember, my 2 tenets for religious science or for our teaching is, all there is God, and it's done unto you as you believe. You have to believe that it will work. You have to trust that it will work. So my next one is respect. I think respect is absolutely necessary no matter what. Now, can I respect everybody else's opinion? Can I respect what other people are thinking and doing, etc.? Not necessarily, but I can respect their right to do it. So respect is the second one, the fundamental aspect of a healthy and fulfilling relationship, characterized by deep admiration, esteem, and consideration for one another. So I can see various levels of respect. My third one is communication. I don't know how many times I've read something online or been talking to somebody and I say, well, did you talk to them about it? We seem to have a love of triangular communication. I'm not going to go tell the person I have the problem with. I'm going to tell my friend because they'll commiserate with me, right? So if I ever ask you that, I hope you say yes. Because that's the first thing you do, is if you have a problem with something I say, come to me. If I have a problem with something you say or do, I will go to you. Communication is really, really important. Not the triangulation kind, but the kind that's open and face-to-face. The kind that trusts. Trusts. There's also a sense of communication with the divine. You know, when people are in classes, they start doing spiritual mind treatments every day, or affirmations every day, or meditation every day, which are 3 things that I think are like my vitamins in the morning. Essential to living a life more filled with love and respect, etc. Some people come on Sundays and they think it's really great. Oh, this teaching is wonderful. But do they do the work? I was really disappointed when I first started religious science and discovered there was work involved. Because it is work. It's work to constantly keep yourself on an even keel. It's work to constantly communicate with the divine. And you can do it any way you want. Somebody said, but I don't like sitting in meditation. I sometimes sit in meditation. Most of the times my meditations are in my yard, except when it's raining. But I go out and I admire the roses and I admire the things that are now coming up, and you know, I live on that green belt, so I admire the redwoods that are in my backyard, and I love walking in nature. That to me is a meditation. And if you, it's a reciprocal thing, you know. If you're walking in a forest, whether it's Sequoia Park or the Arcata Community Forest, etc., those redwoods are putting out something, I believe it's called phytocides. It's a chemical that increases it uplifts you. So it's not just me walking through the forest going, oh, this is so pretty, or smelling. One of my favorite smells is sun on the redwoods, on the pine trees. But it's not me doing it. It's always a reciprocal kind of thing. It's communicating in a different way. So communication, divine communication is really important. My next one is honesty. You know, I don't know about you, but I think there's a lot of times when I lie to myself. Where I do something or say something, I think, oh, well, it won't matter. And then I find out that it did. Or in my constant self-chatter, I might be looking, thinking about looking in the mirror and going, oh, you need to lose more weight, or, nobody's going to like you if you're overweight, etc. I mean, there's all kinds of things we tell ourselves, right? All kinds of things. I remember recently I filled out a form for home office, and it starts with all, what year did you graduate from college and all that. Well, I never graduated from college. I did 1.5 years, and that was it. I went off to be a hippie. I went to the college of life, believe me. But I felt inside myself as I was filling that thing out, this little twinge of not being enough because I didn't have a college diploma. And that's a lie I'm telling myself, right? So think about that, being really honest. You also have to be honest with the divine, and I'll let you figure that out yourself. As we're moving into this month even more of living in love, a couple of the other things I thought about was emotional support. Emotional support is so important. I know that when I call somebody, that they appreciate it. And when somebody calls me, I really appreciate it. So emotional support goes not only in with your partner, but it plays a vital role in absolutely everything that you're doing. And the last thing I thought about was shared values and goals. So I love coming to work because most of you share my values and goals. And my values are living a more spiritual life, being more me every single day than I could possibly be, the real me, constantly uncovering it, right? And my goals are to live in peace, this year in particular, and to have all of us live in peace. And so the relationship that we have because of these shared goals is really valuable. I mean, it keeps us coming back again, over and over and over. So once again, I'm going to tell you that transformation begins when you really begin to consciously live in love, which means this. First, you have to figure out what love means to you. I mean, as little girls, some of us grew up with movies that, living in love meant you were going to meet, the prince was going to come in on his white horse, and he was going to pick you up and carry you off to some fabulous castle, and you were going to live together forever. Happily ever after, yes, that's right.
And then you wind up cleaning up after the horse.
You gotta see the reality.
That comment for the Zoomer was, Burl said, then you end up cleaning up after the horse. So that's one aspect of it, if we choose to believe in that. And then as we grow older, we realize, no, that was a fairy tale. Though at the beginning of relationships, it's not. You do feel like, there's some magic happening. And I think that our definition of love changes probably every day, if not every hour. I mean, like I mentioned before, my boyfriend's name is Curly. That's the cat, right? I actually really love both of my cats, but because of his history of being a feral, and then being really loving and everything, I think I like him a little bit more. I don't know. But another idea of being in a loving space is being right here, right now. Going out to lunch with some of you, doing the better together things, all of this stuff, whatever, is love. Or being out in my yard and pulling weeds and tending my plants, that's love. So you have to define what love is to yourself. And then, so that's number one, define what it is. Number two is make a commitment to accept that you are loved and you can love to a higher degree than you could possibly ever know. And the third one is to remember that what God is love. So it's an energy that we're moving into constantly. And an energy that just showers us with blessings if we'll let it. And talking about blessing, I know that there's some couples that would like to do a little renewal. Are you guys still going to do it? Yes. Well then, this is what I want to do. Because you're going to be on camera, you get to come here. So this is what we're going to do now. We're going to allow, and it doesn't just have to be couples. I know there's two that want to do it. They specifically said they wanted to do it. And then I know that there's others that might want to do it. And so what I want you to do, my two couples is, we'll ask, it's Brian and Donna and Amy and Edward. We'll ask them to do it first, and then I'll ask everybody that wants to do some sort of blessing on a relationship they have to stand, and we'll do a treatment about it. So let's come forward. So one of the things that I know is that when you're in love with someone, you have to renew that every day, every moment, after every argument.
Go Niners.
Okay,
In case you didn't get the memo.
so stand in front of there so you can say what you're going to say.
Is that my good side? Guys?
I, Brian, take you, Donna, to be my wife. I promise to love you and to cherish you. I promise to laugh with you, dance with you, sing with you, and grow with you. I will nurture and encourage you on your life's journey, and I will make that journey by your side.
I, Donna, take you, Brian, to be my husband. You're welcome. I promise to love you and to cherish you. I promise to laugh with you, dance with you, sing with you, and grow with you. I will nurture and encourage you on life's journey, and I will make that journey by your side.
So Edward and Amy.
And thank you, Amy, for the beautiful backdrop.
Yes, thank you. Oh, after we're finished, this is like a little photo booth. You get to have your pictures taken. So Amy, come.
She doesn't want to come.
The ring fell down.
This is actually, this is actually our 5th wedding anniversary for real.
Today is your fifth
Well,
night?
it's not today, but it was about a week ago.
January 29th.
Oh, neat. So come in front of the microphone so people can hear you and
We
see
don't
you.
have anything.
Just say something.
Dear.
You go first.
Oh.
What
I was
did
always
say?
taught ladies first, ladies first. Say what's in your heart.
No, you go first.
Okay, I guess since I'm the biggest mouth of the two of us. Huh? Okay, what I will say is that, like for all of my life, I was looking for that something special in a relationship. I never believed that it was real. I was told that it wasn't. And when I met you, and it took me 50 years to do it, I discovered that everything that I had dreamed about as a
48
child,
only.
well, 48 years, I discovered everything that I had ever dreamed about as a child was real. It was there. You are the yang to my yin, or I'm the yin to your yang, whatever, or you're the cream in my coffee. And nothing could stand in our way, not even the Pacific Ocean. And I am so grateful to have you. I love you with all my heart and hope that we will always be together.
Okay. I say the same thing.
The word is ditto.
Well, we've been to a lot, and we're going to have that experience together. Whatever it is, trials, whatever, as long as we're together. As we say, we're a power couple.
Yeah.
Power couple.
And Rebecca, I know that you want to do the friends.
Yes.
Where are you?
Trouble.
Yeah, a triple.
Because my husband couldn't be here, so.
Yeah.
These are my girls,
Go up there.
my women. Oh, we have to go up here. Oh my gosh, do we have to say things?
Oh, yeah.
You can speak for us. Oh dear. Hi. No, I don't. This is scary. No, I just wanted to, I adore these two, and they've been so kind to me, and I'm going through a lot, and so are they. We all are at this age. But I just want to tell them I love them. I love this group. You've all meant a lot to me. I'm very new to the area, and thank you so much for being so welcoming and so warm. And go, ladies, your turn.
I think she said it all for me.
Oh, come on. Aw.
When Rebecca said, will you do this throuple thing? And I went, oh yeah, that's so honoring. But I just really started thinking about the love and friendship. It's so important to me. It's so important to me. And to be generously flooded with it all over the place. Many people in this room. But Rebecca has been so good. She found me a place to live, you guys. Really fast. I didn't have it last Sunday. I have it now. So she's really helped me.
Yeah.
In many ways,
And I
but
hope
just
to do more.
every day.
Yeah.
Well, I would just add that, yes, Rebecca and I have faced bonded over some health challenges. And she's become, and I think you're the one who coined it, chemo sisters. And that has really helped me, certainly, to get through those challenging treatments.
We know.
And coming out on the brighter side now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think our time is up, ladies. All right. But I have to fix the ring. The ring fell over. It's so pretty. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't want to stay.
Doesn't want to stay.
How about you?
So Nancy and Rebecca and whoever else might be experiencing any health challenges, love is the greatest healing agent in the universe. Remember that. Scott, you had your hand up?
You were looking for other volunteers. My wife said, let's do it.
Come.
Taking the pictures. We'll hold a selfie up.
You're the one who's more comfortable speaking in public. It was 30 years ago this June that we met here. After my first marriage, I didn't think I could find something like this. Yet for 30 years, you've put up with me, you've stood with me, you've been my support, and I am so grateful to have you in my life. I love you.
Thank you. And as he said, I'm not the speaker in the family here, but yes, we've been through a lot, 30 years together, and next year we'll be 25 years married. So I've helped you raise your two boys into beautiful young men, and we're growing old together, and I'm grateful and thankful for you in my life every day.
I love you.
I love you too, hon.
No other hands are going up? Okay, this is what I know. You all just witnessed declarations of love, and as the witnesses, you get to support it 100%. So let's go into prayer. Or let's do our affirmation first. All right, okay, great. Like a caterpillar becoming a butterfly, I embrace change. I know something wonderful is unfolding in my life right here and right now. Absolutely. And I know that this is the truth. First of all, I know that it's the truth because there is only this oneness. One heart, one mind, one body, one life. One. Expressing as an infinite variety of uniqueness, absolutely everywhere. And I know that it's all about love. This divine energy is loving, unconditionally loving, and infinitely intelligent. And so we celebrate this morning as we celebrate love. We celebrate the people that had the courage to stand up and declare in front of all of us. We celebrate each one of us as we examine the love in our own hearts. We celebrate the universe because I know love runs the universe. Regardless of appearances, love is absolutely everywhere. It's one thing that is common to our human experience, is loving. So I declare for each one of us that we are able to see that all of our emotions are varieties of love. That we are able to look at ourselves in the mirror, deep into our own eyes, and say with honesty, I love you. That we are able to walk through the store or someplace out in public and see people and allow ourselves to look at them with love. Spirit in form. And I know for each one of us that as we move deeper and deeper into this idea of being love, that we experience it in ways that we could hardly even imagine. And so the transformation begins. Every single moment of our life, the transformation is beginning and it is good. It is God. So I release these words with a grateful heart into the one law of the universe, that law that says it's done unto us as we believe. And so I know for each one of us that we're coming to a deeper belief in this teaching, in our own selves, in our ability to love and be loved. And it is good, very good. So with a grateful heart, I say, and so it is. So it is. I love it when Jackson plays in back of the prayer. Doesn't it sound neat? Yeah, it's wonderful. Anna Hamilton is our musician this morning, so thank you very much, Anna.
Speech, no speech. I was listening to this thing, you could hear the fan go. Oh. That is just the wire picking up some ambient sound. Sorry about that little racket. This is a song I wrote when I was about 19 or something. I don't know. Trying to figure out how to live without the exact way I thought it was going to go. Good enough for rock and roll. Good enough for folk music. If you give away your love, don't think at all where it's going. Look into your own eyes, love's beauty will be showing. Oh, willow, teach me how to bend. Oh, willow, show me how to love the wind. Oh, I could never lose your love. You gave your whole life to me. Oh, what more could I ever ask? You gave yourself and I came to be. Willow, show me how to bend. Oh, willow, teach me how to love the wind. So if you give away your love, don't think at all where it's going. Look into your own eyes, love's beauty will be showing. Oh, willow, teach me how to bend. Willow, show me how to love the wind. Oh, you're so sweet.
Thank you, Anna. That's just beautiful. My day is always better after you perform. Appropriate to the topic, the play I'm in is about, it's a poignant dramedy about seniors and what they're going through and the issues of aging and the support and about finding relationships and about love. And there's one line that my character has, one of many, but the line is, life can be hard, but if you're really lucky, you'll find that it's a lot easier if you find someone to go through it with you who you love and will hopefully love you too. So just kind of fits within this. We've all got people around us who we love right here, if nowhere else. So just a nice thought to add to this. Okay, so let's go ahead and share our gifts. James is going to get somebody to help him with the passing of there we go. Bree is stepping to the plate, so to speak, no pun intended. Actually, it was. We've got our affirmation for the sharing of our gifts. Together we will say, I gratefully give from the fullness of my abundance, knowing my gift blesses this center, all in it and beyond, and so it is. Please donate what you can. If you can't donate anything, you can sure put love in there. So we'll pass the plates, and we will have some music. Organization is so overrated. Okay. Knowing that there again is always one source and everything comes from and through that source, we accept these donations, this love, this currency, and whatever else, admiration and respect has been put into these plates, knowing off into the universe it goes, starting first within our community and extending ever outward forever, changing the world, changing the universe as we believe. And for that we are incredibly grateful, and together we say with enthusiasm, and so it is. Thank you. All right, okay, so just we're going to do our community statement of inclusion, and then we'll do our closing peace song, which Donna will lead us in. Just as a reminder, always, if you would like to meet with a practitioner to talk about whatever might cross your mind, we are here afterwards for whatever way we can be of service. The practitioners today are myself, Edward, I think Susan is here, and I think that is it. So please feel free to reach out if you would like to talk with somebody. There is also just prayer requests. If you've got a prayer request for somebody in your family, somebody you know, the world in general, it can't hurt to provide it. We are here to do that too. And the practitioner crew, practitioner team will treat about it constantly. I have a big white board on my wall where I have all the requests that I receive. And every day I look at them and send positive thoughts in the treatment. So let's move forward now. We are going to do the community statement of inclusion. We take a volunteer. If you haven't done it before, it's a great thrill. It will lead you to a wonderful career of becoming a practitioner, a minister, and eventually the president. And we could use somebody from here becoming our president. But even if you don't want to do that, who would like to read our community statement of inclusion? Lori, wonderful. And I can't think of a better future president.
That's not what I'm doing.
Hi, everybody. We, the Eureka Center for Spiritual Living, are a community that celebrates diversity, fosters inclusion, champions inner work, and creates space for brave, vulnerable conversations. We are a community that honors the unique emanation of God that each person embodies and advocates with people for human rights and dignity for all. We are a community that blesses each other, sees sacredness in all life, remains learners and listeners so that we may grow together and understand that oneness is not sameness. And together we say, we know our beloved community is revealed more fully when we love each other well.
Thank you. Don, if you'll step forward and lead everybody in our peace song.
Thank you. Please stand.